Yeah. Welcome in. Welcome back to another episode of the Format Podcast, Wednesday edition live. Yes. You all know who it is. You all know what time it is. It's me, Bruce, the host of the Format. Got my main man, the Transformer. What's good, Transformer?
What's good, my boy?
Chilling. And of course, I got my main man, G. G, what's good, man?
You, what it is? What it's
What it
gonna be?
is.
Man, out here like the Terminator with the shades on, man.
Get to the chopper.
One of them days, man. One of them
Get to
days.
the chopper.
All right. So we got a pretty good show for you here today. Definitely going to talk NFL, of course, middle of the season or getting to the middle of the season. We're going to do our pick 'em. We're going to talk the biggest story in the NFL right now is Davante Adams and give some thoughts on that. And of course, we're also going to talk as the NBA is right around the corner. We're going to talk some Lakers and, of course, who else? LeBron and Bronny, right? Because, well, you just have to. You're talking to NBA, you know what that is, right? But before we get to that, you know what time it is. If you're here on YouTube and you haven't already, please make sure you go ahead, click that like, that subscribe, that notification bell. Make sure you're kept up to date whenever we drop new content on the channel. If you want the audio-only version of the podcast, open up your audio podcast platform, hit the search bar, type in The Format Podcast, and we should come right up. If you're enjoying the content, make sure you give us that like, that 5-star review, and drop a comment. All that stuff helps us rise in the algorithm, helps us find more sports fans, helps more sports fans find us. And finally, make sure you write it down, put it in your phone, set an alarm, do whatever you got to do to remember. Saturday nights at 7 p.m. we are live here on the Format Podcast, and we'll give you the opportunity to call in, talk to us, get at me. I love it. I can't. All right, let's get to it. As I mentioned, the NBA season is going to be starting at the end of the month here, huh? So we got about good 2.5 weeks, and then the NBA season will commence. And as such, we know what the biggest story in the league is. Contrary to what anyone would have you believe, obviously, you had the big trade with Cat being on the way to New York, or he might be in New York already. He's a tri-state kid. But now we are going to move along to the most famous team in the league, right? The Lakers. I think that's fair to say. Most famous team, biggest storyline, and that, of course, is LeBron James, year 22, always looking for attention. No, but so the Lakers had their media day. Was that yesterday, right? Yeah. Okay. So the Lakers had their media day yesterday, and it was interesting. So if you all remember, going back to, I guess, this past draft, when LeBron, even before that, when the rumor was that the Lakers were going to push to draft Bronny James and all that, what was the main thing I kept saying about this whole situation? You all remember?
Nah, man, well, not really.
Main thing I kept saying, look at this guy. Main thing I kept saying was, this is not about Bronny. This is about LeBron and just
Time out. Sherry, which hat? She got to be talking about this one. Sherry, I would love to know which hat. She said she loved the Transformer hat. You know what I mean? So make sure you show some love for Sherry Golden if she's talking about the golden.
Miss Sherry, look, I'm begging you, please don't let it be the purple and gold. Don't let it be that one.
Sherry, let it be the purple and gold. Listen, please, Sherry, gold.
I can deal with the Packer hat because the Packers hat is still green, Miss Sherry. So let's stay there, all right? We can't have you hyping up Transformer and his Lakers. We can't do that.
Don't be jealous, bro. Don't be jealous.
Hey, I'm just saying. But yeah, so the biggest thing I was always saying was this was about LeBron and his insatiable thirst, right? His insatiable thirst for attention. Mm-hmm. And it just continues on and on and on. And we saw it during the summer league, and now we're seeing it in the early practice periods of the Lakers for the upcoming season. And so I'm like, man, come on. This is going to be we got Sneed. What's good, my brother? Salam, man. I didn't even see you there. It's all good. Bron will continue to be a team morale destroyer. People can continue to see him sabotage the progress of his teammates. Yeah, he's pretty good at that. But yeah, so I think the benefit here, though, because last time we discussed this, Transformer and I were both saying how, and I think G might have said it too, how Bronny is going to end up going down to the G League, but it lines up perfectly because the G League season doesn't start until what, mid-November, I think, Transformer?
Mid-November.
Yeah, mid to late November. So the Lakers are going to have an opportunity to make the money and make history and, do all the basically do all the attention business of having LeBron and Bronny and seemingly being more concerned with that than actually trying to win ball games. And that, to me, that's the big problem. And so you will see it, though. It's going to be a huge thing. It's already been a huge thing. I don't know if anyone watched any of the media day stuff. So there was an interview with Bronny and Dalton Connect, and they I don't know why they had Dalton Connect there. They should have just been like, yo, we don't need you, because they were completely ignoring the dude. And don't get me wrong, right? If I'm playing, just hypothetically, if I'm playing on a team with Michael Jordan, nobody's looking to talk to me. They're looking to talk to Mike, right? But why would you have me sitting there looking silly while you just, pose question after question to the other guy? Just be, hey, we don't need you, man. Go ahead. Go over there somewhere, right? But if you watch it, Bronny got a ton of attention. LeBron got a ton of attention. LeBron and Bronny did interviews together, and I'm just like, come on, man. Christopher says LeBron cannot sabotage players that suck already. So I'm not going to get too far into this, Christopher. But the big thing is, LeBron really stunts the growth of other players. Like, that's just a fact. And if you go back through his career, you can see that. And so, you know what? I'm gonna leave it right there. He stunts the growth of other players. He just does, and we know that. Let's see. Sneed says, watch games from last year. Watch him cause defensive lapses and blame his teammates. Yeah, he's very good for that. Watch how hard the team plays without him. That's absolutely true. How they play as a unit for each other. Absolutely. LeBron, no matter what anyone says and what the stats will try to lie and tell you, is one of the most selfish superstars we've ever seen in the history of basketball. That just is what it is. We can see that by watching this dude. Everything is about getting his numbers and getting his attention and getting the credit for himself, right?
Yeah, play better.
Lakers want their damn respect. Rob won his damn respect. Jeannie won her damn, and I won my damn respect too. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that was totally unnecessary. But let's go ahead, and I've been talking for a minute. Transformer, tell me, and then we'll get into some clips from Media Day and all that. What are some of your thoughts about the opening of this season? What are you looking forward to? What do you think about the Bron and Bronny circus? Do you think it is a circus? Go ahead, man.
I think, in a sense, we had a conversation about what you call circus. I disagree with what you called circus. I feel like that was more derogatory of a term. But after your explanation, you made it seem more like, okay, a showmanship around a certain perspective of the team. And right now, in that sense, if that's what we're talking about, the dog and pony show of that, then yes, it is a circus. But I think the media is doing exactly what their job is entitled to.
Correct.
Talk about the biggest and most popular thing, right?
Yes.
What is the biggest thing?
No question.
In the NBA right now?
LeBron James.
Still,
yes.
Right? If
Correct.
you have, and I'll give Jordan this grace. If Jordan's kid was to be somewhat drafted or had the ability to be on the Bulls team or even the Wizards team, I think we would have just had the same media outcry that we do now, seeing that that's the son of the GOAT, right? And I think when LeBron is at a stratosphere in his career where he's still doing what he's doing, year 22, still playing like he's playing, it's a big media grasp that it's a little bit too much of an attention draw that we're talking about that every single segment. Like, if you go back and you listen to Bronny's interviews, it's all about, oh, what is it going to be like to play with your dad? Is he taking you to the practice? Is he driving? Or you guys having a so let's talk about the game. Let's talk about the game. All right. What has he been working on? Like, what has been the biggest, struggle in practice? How about questions that make sense when it comes to the basketball aspect of everything? Yes, we get it. I'm here because of my dad. You guys are in my face because of my dad. You're just like bomb rushing me with so many questions because of my dad. But let's talk about, what was the offseason like for me? What was the draft part like? What has practice been like? What has been getting familiar with the offense been like? You know what I mean? What do I expect of myself? I want to see more questions from the media from that, but I can't blame I can't blame that on Bronny. I mean, he's just gonna, answer the questions that come at him. I don't like how they had Dalton Connect, who was the first round pick, sitting next to him and not getting any conversation. Terrible. I like how Bronny kind of made the joke of these questions about Dalton, right? You're talking to Dalton.
I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, he was like, hey man, like he's telling y'all, like, hey, give him some love.
There a little bit.
Don't talk to me this whole time. Y'all been talking to me all day. So I like how he's kind of like trying to divert that, like, yo, y'all don't have to talk about me. I was the second round pick, right? Yes, I'm Bron's son, but come on, man. Let's talk a little bit more about basketball. But yeah, it's been a circus. It's definitely been a circus.
Absolutely. G, I'm gonna get to you in 1 second. So real quick, let me push back a little bit on the media piece, right? I totally get what you're saying, and I do agree with you that the media is doing their job, and it's unfortunate, right? Because technically, all three of us now are the media, right? I'm a trained journalist. You guys are social media members. We're all different parts of the media. But what are we doing? We're sitting here talking about the exact same thing. So you got to talk about the big stories. That's just kind of how this thing works, right? Now, that said, right, when we talk about, damn, I lost my train of thought there. But, they have to do it, and they have to cover this because it is, like you said, a mega story. Number one, Lakers are the biggest brand as an organization. Number two, LeBron James is the biggest brand as a player, still, to your point. And three, now Bronny James, as we know, I mean, that's LeBron James, right? So I totally get it. Young Disciple, yo, what's up, man? Good to see you in the chat. Appreciate you for stopping in. And who cares what MJ did? Be your own man, except I wear number 23 and I do the powder toss and I'm chasing the ghost in Chicago, right? Okay. Yeah, that works. Anyway, just wanted to throw that in. I mean, come on, man. Let's see. So anyway, yeah, back to this. Let's go ahead and let's hear some of what LeBron had to say at Media Day when he was speaking. Matter of fact, let's hear what Bronny had to say first, and we'll hear what LeBron had to say, and then down the road we'll listen to LeBron and Bronny's interview together.
Today, obviously surreal for a bunch of different reasons, but not try to take your dad out of it for you to accomplish this, especially considering what had happened last summer. How special has today been? Has today been kind of a pinch me day a little bit for you?
Yeah, for sure. All the cameras and stuff that are going around feels good, but the work is yet to come. I'm just looking forward to coming in and working with my guys and competing every day because that's really what I want to do, and that's what I wanted to do since I've started taking basketball seriously. So I'm just coming in and trying to be my best every day.
Bronny, are you guys going to be like commuting together or any, like you and your dad? Like, do you know any of that? You're going to sync up your rides to and from practice or anything like that?
Definitely not. It's already so much that we've been grouped together as. I'd like to stay as away as possible from that guy.
There's a lot of guys in the NBA whose fathers played in the NBA. You just may be the world's most foremost expert on having a famous dad, considering who your dad is. How do you approach being your own guy the way a lot of guys around the league have had to also in the shadow of pretty famous fathers?
I just continue to try to be myself every day, doing the things I love since I've, been a kid, and just trying to keep that routine up and being myself, but also, taking the time to tune out all the noise and tune out all the people that, don't think I should be here, while also trying to, get in the gym, put my work in, and keep, improving myself every day.
Hey, Bronny. What are you most excited about in terms of sharing a locker room and a court with your dad? And then what specifically do you fear? What are the unique challenges for this situation?
What am I most looking forward to? More like I think I'm most looking forward to practice, like just going head to head with each other. I feel like that's such a crazy feeling to be in practice with your dad, and competing at a high level. But on the other side of that, having to go against LeBron James is kind of a lot in practice every day. So but yeah, I'm looking forward to it as well.
Darren Haynes, K-Cow, Bronny, and another one for you. It looks like your dad's having so much fun seeing you here, but describe what it's like for you to do your media day and you look over and your dad's right there too.
And that, again, it's a crazy feeling. Was actually doing my radio over there, just looking over my dad taking pictures. It was like, what's going on right now is literally my thoughts. But yeah, just trying to take it all in, and I'm extremely, grateful for the opportunity.
So, G, I'm gonna start with you, man. What are your thoughts on what Bronny had to say here? I think he answered most of those questions pretty well. But what are your thoughts?
I'd rather look at all the B-roll and then give my piece, if that's okay.
Okay, yeah, we can do that. We got some more stuff coming. Bruce. All right, so I see your comment here. Let me ask you this, man. Real talk. Why is it that I have to like LeBron? Tell me that. Like, why do you want me to like LeBron so bad? Explain that to me. Why do I have to? Is there no players you're just not a fan of? Why? Like, people think that you're crazy, and I get this a lot. People think that you're crazy when you say, yo, I'm not a fan of LeBron. But why not? Why do I have to be? That's all I want to know. Help me out. All right. Basketball questions. You want them to ask Bronny about who isn't good or how we have in a week conference. Wow. Okay. Oh, that's where I was going. Transformers. So you said you were talking about the basketball questions earlier and how they're asking him non-basketball questions. But here's the thing, right? This is what we also got to realize. Like, from a journalistic standpoint, it's never only been about sports, right? The storylines is what pull people in. If I'm a sports writer and all I give you is X's and O's and technical breakdown of the sport, most sports fans aren't really adept at understanding that, right? They need to find a way to be connected with that athlete, right? They need to know what makes that athlete tick, where that athlete comes from, how they can identify with that athlete. All these things are the stories that wrap around the athlete's greatness as an athlete in their chosen sport and allow you to become a fan. At least most people, right? Some of us is like, man, I love the way this dude plays. I love the way Kobe catches the ball at the elbow, takes 2 dribble pull up. I love the way he can, reverse pivot. And then, you know what I'm saying? Like, there are fans like that, and that's cool, but most sports fans are not that. For instance, we constantly talk about how the greatness of Larry Bird and Magic Johnson saved the NBA, right? However, what we're now realizing is, as much as they were, 2 of the most incredible ever to do it on the floor, what's a bigger part of it? The story that fell in line perfectly, right? You have the country white guy who goes to Boston, a blue-collar, hardworking town. And then on the other side of the country, you have the flashy black guy, right, who goes to Los Angeles, glitz and glamour, creates freaking Showtime, right? And so those clash. Black, white, you know what I'm saying? Hardworking. And not saying Magic wasn't hardworking, but that's maybe the perception a lot of people had because of the way he played, right? And so you put all that together and it creates the perfect story that people can latch on to, along with the greatness of their talent on the floor. So I think, like, we got to stop. I totally get what you're saying when it comes to narratives. It can get annoying, especially when the narratives are false. But we also have to realize that a big part of sports is the story. And I think that's where the journalists come in. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying, but like, can we sprinkle in a little bit of basketball? That's all I'm asking. Like, if you listen to the entirety of the interview, it was all LeBron this, LeBron that, and even we can kind of sense it getting a little uncomfortable for Bron. He's like, I mean, I don't know how to answer that. He's just trying to think of things to say when I love how Bronny ends it. I'm just ready to play. Focus on the game. I'm curious. Just the silence, all the doubt in me as a player and what I can do and my growth and my expertise in this game and what I can do for this game. I like how he just ends it off with that piece at the end. I just think it was just a little too much, in my opinion. The father son. Like, okay, it's cool. Let's have this moment. We can bust out those questions. Yeah, that's fine. But let's sprinkle a little basketball in there. I think you can have a healthy mix of the two.
Maybe it's a bit early for that, though. Maybe after a couple of games, then you can start asking the basketball. Hey, Bronny, what are you sensing in terms of the difference between playing at the level you just came from, obviously, and now playing at the highest level? What are you feeling about the speed of the game? What type of things, X's and O's wise, is Coach Reddick, having you do that you feel comfortable with, that you think can benefit this team? You know what I'm saying? But right now, there's none of that to be able to ask, I think.
Yeah, I mean, there are things to ask. Like I said, you still got to practice. You still got to, compete in the off season with each other. You know what I mean? Like the conversation about the G League. I'm shocked nobody brought that up, that's been a part of the conversation. I think that's a very, very key piece in what I want to interview him as. But I can see how Bron kind of like, hey, let's keep that on the Ixnay, don't necessarily ask that question. We'll see how, the start of the season plays out. Obviously, the G League doesn't start to like November the 8th or something like that. We'll handle that as it comes. But just a little bit of basketball. Like I said, just a little bit of basketball. Let's get his thought process on how has it been, since he's gotten drafted, as playing the game,
I got you.
But, yeah, I get what you're saying about being a journalist. It's the biggest story. And as a journalist, you're trying to crack the biggest story.
Yes.
You want to get the views about the biggest conversation in basketball, about LeBron having the longevity enough to have a kid while he's playing, and that kid eventually plays while he's still playing.
And to still not just be playing, but playing at a high level. However, whether you're a fan of the guy or not, like he's still putting up numbers at this age that we have never seen before. So I mean that's undeniable. The effect of those numbers, that's a different story, but he's still getting it done. Let's go. Let's go ahead and let's listen to what LeBron had to say in his individual media day interview.
Yeah, LeBron, good to see you again. Good luck this year. What's your level of excitement and anticipation of playing with your son?
It's a lot of excitement, just pure joy, to be honest, to be able to come to work every day, put in the work, hard work with your son, every day, and be able to see him continue to grow. We push each other. He pushed me, I push him. We push our teammates and vice versa. So just a very joyous, moment for not only for myself, but for our family. And, starting here today with Media Day, we've been in a couple photo booths, did an interview over there with Spectrum. That was pretty cool. So it's pretty awesome. Gives you a lot of life. It gives you a lot of life, especially when you're around young guys. I had a lot of fun, this summer with Ant-Man and Tyrese Halliburton and some of the young guys on the team. And they give you a lot of energy, a lot of life. So to be able to be alongside him, he's 19 years old, be 20 soon in October. It just gives you some more life and the rest of the young guys on the team. So it's awesome.
Hey, Bron, good to see you. Ahead of this historic moment, you mentioned that you and Bronny discussed certain things such as, he's not allowed to call you dad on the court. What other things have you guys discussed behind the scenes to make this milestone work? And in addition to that, we all know when you expressed that this dream started for you, but personally, when did you decide it was your dream to play with your son?
Well, I mean, we don't, to be honest, if you have kids, at my age and his age, there's not really much interaction going on a day-to-day basis. I mean, he comes down, he eats, he goes to his room, plays a video game. I'm down there with my wife, we watching a movie, and stop in. So it's not much like, hey, meet me at the table at 5 o'clock. We need to discuss work tomorrow. No, that doesn't happen. But I mean, he's been in this rim of the game of basketball since he was born, obviously. I've played in the NBA longer than he's been alive. So, he understands the nuances of it as far as just being around the game, but now he's a man and it's time for him to learn and get better with that. So I guess I don't know if he's even coming up here, you can ask him the questions of how he feels about it. I know I'm super happy for him. Our family's super proud of him. And, that's pretty much it. I mean, if we get a couple opportunities out on the floor throughout the course of the season, obviously that's going to be amazing. It'd be awesome, we'll wait for that moment when it happens and then go from there.
I thought very solid comments by LeBron overall. Very solid. I didn't really have an issue with him. I thought he was being pretty honest, which is not, I don't think that's something you regularly get from him, but I do think that he was pretty honest in that commentary. But I also think just listening, and obviously the first question is always going to be, your son and playing with your son. And I get it. But that was my whole thing from the beginning is I thought that this was, yes, he opened the door for his son, but I thought there was so much of publicity. Just, look at me, I'm playing with my son, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. So, that's how I see it. G, you want to add anything? We got one more piece of B-roll to get to, but if you want to go ahead and add something now, that's cool. And then we'll get back to you.
Yeah, I'll wait.
Okay. Transformer, what you got on LeBron's comments?
I mean, he answered him. I mean, he said what he's supposed to say as a father. I mean, it's exciting for him. I get that excitement. I mean, who wouldn't be excited about being able to play the game that they've played for 22 years, the game that they love, the game that they adore, the game that they held close to their heart, by bringing in somebody who was more closer to your heart, as in your son, and being on the same team with them. I mean, as a father of a boy and two girls, that's unworldly to even think of, that you're now playing with somebody, or even like working with somebody
no doubt.
that's in the same field as you, that that grew up watching you and adoring you and idolizing you as who you are as a player. So I mean, he said what he was supposed to say. Yeah.
Very nice, very nice. All right, so we'll go ahead now. We'll listen to the last one, and that's LeBron and Bronny being interviewed together. I think that was on the Spectrum Sportsnet set, which is I guess that's the cable provider out there in LA that carries the Lakers games, and I think James Worthy works for them. But let's hear what they had to say. Yeah, right. Let's hear what they had to say. LeBron and Bronny together, and then we'll let G go ahead and give his commentary.
You guys had a moment at practice that was well documented last week. We heard your take on it, where you said great defense but better offense. Can we get your vantage point? What you thought about that?
All right. In all seriousness,
please.
I looked at the film and he did step out of bounds, but I'm not going to go there.
No, you can go there.
I'm not going to go there right now.
That's a big part of it.
But
what do you mean you're not going to go there right now? You just went there.
I mean, I definitely did. I definitely did. But
I stepped out of bounds?
He stepped out of bounds.
They don't even have that camera angle of the baseline like that.
All I know is I got to stop.
Tell them about the stop I got on you when you dribbled out of bounds, though.
Now, that was a foul, too. He slapped my whole arm. And we... See,
did they call it?
No.
Did the ref call it?
I mean, I'm not gonna get that call right now. I'm not gonna get that call right now. I'm playing against
you're a rookie
guy
anyway.
Exactly.
I actually thought that was pretty cool, believe it or not. I thought that was a cool little interaction. And then I really liked that Bronny said when LeBron said, was it a foul? Did the ref call it? And Bronny was like, well, I'm not going to get that call, So he seems to be more self-aware than his dad is. So I'll give him some respect for that. But okay, so we've heard all the clips and heard the commentary. So G, I'm gonna get quiet here and I'm gonna let you go ahead and I'm gonna let you cook. Go ahead, brother.
All right. So first of all, MJ is definitely my GOAT.
No question.
Yeah, but what I saw I saw the father and son friendly banter, right? Going back and forth. And even when Bronny was by himself and he was being interviewed, he don't control the questions that they ask. Sometimes they can come off as just being, it's media day, like just media day. And so we've seen media day turn into a lot of things. But I think the focus here was on family, right? For these guys, how is this player, able to take on media day? And I thought they was kind of light when it comes to the questions that they asked. I thought he handled it really well. From a LeBron standpoint, 40,000 points. He's playing a kid's game, right, with his son. Something that he probably never thought. Especially, I can only imagine the scare that his family had to go through when he had that heart, that heart condition or that heart issue. All basketball aside, just for 2 seconds, as fathers, when it comes to our kid, this resonated with me in ways that surpass a podcast. It was just so many lessons in life, right? Like to have to be able to see your son, in the hospital and land on a bed with a heart condition, and you don't know if he's going to be able to play a sport that he loved. Like that, we all understand that, okay, the Ravens, like I said, they haven't played a game yet. They haven't played a meaningful game yet. We don't know what this kid gonna do. You know, we have no idea what he's gonna look like game one, right? But as a father, right, like I remember taking my son on the basketball court, right? I could put myself in his shoes. I remember taking my son on the basketball court and teaching him moves, and to see him be able to be in or have an influence, right? To be able to have him in a position where he can live out one of his dreams, right? Because that's what Bronny said. I can only take the man for what he said. He said that was one of his dreams. And considering the condition, the heart condition, and we seen like some really great ones lose their life trying to play this game. You know, you look at Reggie Lewis, who collapsed on the basketball court. You know, I thought this was I watched this multiple times, man. For me, it was definitely one of them tear jerking moments that I resonate as a father. And you know, all sports aside, man, like really, you really gotta take all sports aside because it's media day. They ask some asinine questions all the time during media day. We see it over and over and over. This was finally something that was meaningful that a lot of fathers can kind of you said it, you making the face now, but even you said it, like you resonated with this as well. As a father, hey, yes, okay. I had to I pushed, I used my influence. I put in 22 years, right? 22 years on the basketball court, and I used my influence to get my son here. He can play basketball. He's been playing every year for his whole life, and now he's in the position where he can actually either play or not play. But he didn't, his injury, his heart condition didn't stop him from continuing on his dream. I thought that was, bravo, hands down to the LeBron family. As a person, as a man, as a father, I don't see no wrong in what he did. I mean, either the kid gonna play or he not. It's a second round, 55th pick. You're a Celtics fan, bro. I don't expect you to really like LeBron anyway. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not expecting you to do that because there's been, those years and years of just that competitive nature that you guys have, that hate that you have, that goes all the way back from the white boy and the Magic Johnson, and you know what I mean, like Larry Bird and Magic Johnson, and well before then, right? Like, well, way before then. No, I mean, no disrespect to what's going on, but right now, if you really look at it, outside of basketball, LeBron is on his last leg. He's not going to win a championship. We know this, right? It's just it's a time thing. This team ain't built to win anything, really. But why not be able to pass the torch to your son? Why not be able to put have those family moments when you can? The kid played basketball. And yeah, I don't feel no type of way. I don't really care who don't like it or not. You know what I mean? For me, it resonated for me because several reasons that it's probably not one of those things that you put on social media. But I will say I thought it was a job well done, and that was a position that as a father, regardless of what level he's playing on, that's what you want to see. Right, as a dad, that's what you want to see. And so out of all the millions of dollars that he made, I think the sentimental value of him being able to have that friendly banner with his son, because he could have died. He possibly could have passed away.
True.
And that's how I look at it. Now, basketball wise, you want to talk sports, you really want to talk basketball. Everybody know the Lakers not going to do nothing this year. They're just not built to do anything, right? But why not be able to do these things that you can do? Right, everybody do it. It's no big deal. And I was one of the biggest critics when it came to this until I sat down and I thought about it. I put myself in LeBron's shoes. I was like, man, if I had the ability to do that, knowing the position that my son is in, I would do it. Ball none, hands down. Like,
absolutely.
And I don't think it's a parent here that wouldn't when it comes to a kid sport. Like, we're not talking about surgery. We're not talking about doing anything in the White House. We're talking about playing basketball, bro. Like a kid's sport. You understand? Something that we played when we was young, that this kid really, this young man really, really loves and enjoys. And he was almost like taken from everybody. We would have never known what this kid, we would have never known what this kid could do or could be, but now we actually getting the opportunity. To see that. Yeah, to see that. So before we start constantly critiquing this kid, remember he had a heart condition, and now he has the ability to live out his dream. And what type of man, what type of dad would you be if you didn't want to see that?
I love that.
Finished.
I'm finished.
I love it.
All right, y'all can love it. That's BS. And let me tell you why that's BS. That's a whole long crock of nonsense, right? And let me tell you why.
You can't say that, bro.
No. I'm about to tell you why.
You can't say no shit like that.
No, I can say it. And I'm going to tell you why it is. Because all three of us here are fathers, right? So you're telling me that because I don't see it the way y'all see it, I'm less of a father than you. That's why
I
it's
don't think he
yes,
said
right?
that.
No.
Because you said
This is
if you
bigger
any
than
other
Bruce
man-
Hope, bro.
No.
This is 100
You said-
times bigger than
you
Bruce
said-
Hope in the
No. You
podcast.
said if you a man, right? If you're a man or you're a
I said
father,
these are
and
my
what
views.
father wouldn't do. No, you can't say these are my views and then say if you're a man or if you're a father and ask the question what father wouldn't do that, or make definitive statements such as any father would do that, because I've been saying it since the beginning of this whole thing, right? With Bronny, I'm a father, I'm a man. That doesn't mean I have to think like every other father. That doesn't mean I have to behave like every other man, because I'm telling you, I have a son. And I've said this from the beginning. If I was in this position, right, I truly believe in making my son earn things. And he understands that, right? I'm not going to hand him something unearned. Second of all, it's a narrative that Bronny loves basketball so much. When have we ever heard Bronny say how much he loves basketball? We've heard how much he loves video games. When, honestly, go back and look. You could scour the internet, et cetera, et cetera. When have we heard Bronny say how much he's loved basketball? Bronny has come out himself and said it's never been his dream to play with his dad. That's his dad's dream, right? And this is the thing I've been talking about from the very beginning. This has been more about LeBron than it is about Bronny. And we know because LeBron got to manipulate everything. He got to get the attention, blah, blah, blah. And that's cool, right? Exactly, young disciple. How you know what Bronny loved? This is what I'm saying. Hold on, G. Young disciple. We haven't heard Bronny say how much he loves basketball. We have heard Bronny say it's not his dream to play basketball with his dad. It's his father's dream. We heard Bronny say that. I know you're a LeBron guy, so I know you got to stand up and defend everything that he does and that he says, and that's cool that you feel that way. But right now, I'm being logical, and you can go back and research what I'm saying, because I don't make up stuff when it comes to this guy, despite what y'all want to believe, because I don't worship him, and I'm not going to. Now, back to what I was saying. I'm a father. I'm a man. I see this thing totally differently. I don't believe in handing my son anything. I believe in making him earn it. And you can't tell me that Bronny earned this. All right. So that whole long soliloquy you did, hey, I respect that. Cool, whatever. But that being said, I have the right to think differently about it. And that doesn't make me any less a man or any less a father than you are, because you see it differently. That's what I'm saying. Like, that irks the hell out of me when people are like, oh, if you're a man and you're a father, blah, blah, blah. Like, oh, we all supposed to think the same? We all supposed to be the same? That's ridiculous.
That's your choice, right? That's your choice that you want to have for your son. I said, as a father, as a man, I'm speaking for myself. I don't speak for other men. I don't speak for other fathers.
Well, you
what
made
I will say,
generalities, though.
hold on. Let me finish. I'll let you talk. So when it comes to him having that disability of a heart condition and his father allowing him to live out that dream, that's something that I agree with him. It resonates with me. It resonates with me in so many reasons. We talking about a kid sport. We're not talking about, we giving him a doctorate degree. He's playing basketball, something that we all played a long time ago. This is entertainment, showmanship at its best. His father put up 40,000 points, and he's the face of the league, whether you like him or not. My goal is Michael Jordan, point blank period, for so many other reasons. I resonate with this media day clip. It's not really about basketball. If you really listen to what they were saying, it was pretty much a father and son like banter. What is it going to be like playing with your father? It has nothing really to do with, are we going to win? LeBron even came out and said, oh yeah, we don't talk about the sport at the table in the house, right? We don't talk about it. But when we on a basketball court, we do have our banters, and you can see him going back. I thought that was amazing, man. Like from a father who had a son who plays basketball and not being able to play basketball with him, I love it, man. Like I mean, when it comes to these kids sports, basketball, football, granted, he still has the opportunity to prove himself, right? But his father put him in a position because he know him better than you. He know him better than me and everybody else on this thing, on this podcast. Like, he know him better. So if he say he feel like at 40,000 points that his son can compete with the rest of these bums, a lot of bums in the player, or that he have a chance, why not put him out there? My thing is the fact that this kid could possibly lose his life playing this sport. That's the inspiring part for me.
How is that inspiring? How you not seeing the other side, right? So here's the flip side of that, and this is what I was
Hold on. I ain't finished talking, bro. I ain't finished talking.
Go ahead.
So that, to me, that's the inspiring part. And I get to have my opinions. Just and my views the same way you do, bro. Like it's not a oh, you better than me or I'm better than you. It's just my take on media day, which really doesn't involve a lot of basketball, bro. It's pretty much the media asking them questions.
I understand
and
that.
They showcasing what the father and son product is. That is what this is. It's nothing else. It has nothing to do with anything else. What I saw was a father and a son having a moment that a lot of people won't have for whatever reasons.
I understand that.
I thought it was job well done. And when it comes down to, my son, I'm definitely gonna put him in a position where he gonna win. I don't care if he don't know half. A lot of this shit is OJT. I mean, how many first round picks did we see have all the numbers and fizzle out like a tracer round? I say this over and over and over and over.
Kwame Brown.
Like, how many times have we seen this, bro? And so if Kwame Brown is the muck, right? You just got to be better than Kwame Brown. You just got to be better than Kwame Brown.
He played like 12 years in the league. If he was that much of a bum, he wouldn't have been around that long. But go ahead, though. Go ahead. But that's a different story. Go ahead.
All right. So how many times have we seen these first round picks not do nothing? Like,
it happens.
Gets to the G League, we don't see him no more. So he put his son in a position where he can succeed. All right. What father wouldn't do that? Honestly. What father wouldn't do that?
I see. This is what I'm talking about. You're sitting here and you just did it again. You're saying, well, this is my opinion, but now you're asking generalized questions. What father wouldn't do that? And I'm sitting here telling you, I'm not handing my son anything. My son going to earn.
You think he handed him? You think he handed him that?
What? All right, cool. So
you think he handed that? Like he had, he still had to compete.
Yeah, let me say something.
Hold on, bro. 1 second. You think he handled that? I understand it. Oh yeah, he may have got him drafted. He still had to go to the draft. He ain't do too bad, man. He ain't do too bad. Like he hasn't played a professional game yet, and so let's hold all this. Oh, he's sorry. He's sorry. All this until he played one game, and then we can critique him on how well he plays.
I will be the first to come.
Bro, but right now, it's not even about that. This
if
is
he goes out and does
day,
work,
bro. This
if
is
he goes,
I get it. Journalists asking him a bunch of questions, bro. Like this is. I thought it was special. We knew this was going to happen. We saw this coming like 6 months ago. That this was the handoff, something that never happened in basketball before. You can't be mad if the showmanship is there. You're like this dude put in 22 years in the NBA, over 40,000 points. For a lot of people, he in their GOAT debate, not mine, but for a lot of people. And so why not do this? I thought this was LeBron and his family opportunity to show like intimacy within their household, man. Like because believe it or not, like he definitely like invested a lot in his son, man. Like he invested a lot in his son, man. And to see Shorty go down with a heart condition and not be able to really do anything, man. I take my hats off to him, man. Like he didn't have to do it, bro. He didn't. Like he could have just.
He could have quit. He could have just said, like, look, my body can't do it.
His father can't make him play a game that he wanted, that he loved. Like love will make you play on a basketball court when you got a bad heart, bro. That's love for the sport.
All right,
he don't have him at gunpoint, bro. Like that's
nobody say he's got him at gunpoint, but do you really think? All right, boom. Let's.
And to what G's saying, like, I don't think. Can I speak? I'm the Laker fan on the freaking panel.
You're right, G. Transform.
Can I say something?
Absolutely.
To what G was saying, it's you can't be handed something that you still have to work for, right? Did he allow his son the opportunity to have that chance? Yes, bro. He's the bottom second round pick. If you can't name me the last 10 years in a row or 1 year at all who would have 55th pick in the second freaking round, then this conversation is over. He gave him an opportunity. He didn't hand him the keys to be a starter. Now, if I can see him coming in like, okay, I'm forcing him to be a starter. You guys are going to make him a starter. He has to play 20, 25 minutes. He gave the kid an opportunity. Yes, I will give my son the opportunity to prove himself if I believe as a father that he has to earn the opportunity
too. You have to earn it.
He's earned it. To him, he's earned it.
Cool. All right, cool.
I'm not here to judge on what LeBron sees every single day. That I see my son. I think he has earned that right to play in this game that I've been playing
All right,
for
cool.
22
You
years.
got it.
That's
You
your
got it.
perspective versus
listen.
LeBron James' perspective. I'm gonna give my
Yes, you
son
got
the
a guaranteed
opportunity.
contracts need. That's what I was about to bring up.
Listen, I can't
So
tell you how many
hold on, real
times
quick.
I done picked up like
hold
people
on,
who don't even know how to play
Transformer.
basketball, but because I knew him, I was like, I'm gonna run with him. You know what I'm
Nope.
saying? Like he was in a position to pick his son up. Like that's what it is.
Exactly. Thank you, Sports T. Yes, he forced the Lakers, him and Clutch, forced the Lakers to give his son a 4-year guaranteed deal. No 55th pick gets that. And I may not be able to do it over the last 10 years, but if I'm not mistaken, Manu Ginobili was the 57th pick. And he didn't get a 4-year guarantee.
One all like Hall of Fame player.
You said
Bro,
name
how many
one.
times
You said name one. I named one.
owners? How many times do we see owners pass the team down to their son without even interviewing them?
Bro, I can't believe
Without even, I mean, we talking about an entire establishment, bro.
Are you really trying to? You know what? No. We good because that is a ridiculously false equivalency. But we're not even gonna.
But it's what happens.
It is a
It's
false
reality.
equivalency.
It's reality, though, bro.
It's cool. You got it, bro. You got
how
it.
many how many coaches' sons get jobs because their father was a great coach?
And that happens from AAU all the way up, bro.
That happens in football all day, every day.
All money aside, bro. All money aside.
So it does, but if you go look at it though, those guys have positions in the organization from the bottom all the way up to getting the coaching jobs, right? You would see there'll be some quality control, some analysts and some quality control coach, and then there'll be some assistant position coach. Then there'll generally be a coordinator. Then they
give him a reason to elevate.
So I guess Bronny did all that, man. You good,
Not
man?
all the time, bro. That ain't always
He's the
case,
55th pick, bro.
Okay, but you're still missing the point. It
Who
doesn't freaking
actually
matter.
fucking cares about a 55th pick in the second round?
First of all,
nobody does, bro.
First of all, I wasn't even trying to take this all the way there, but it irritated the hell out of me that you got somebody here that's going to try to make it appear that I'm less of a father and less of a man because I don't see it and I don't believe in handing my kids something.
Hey, you hear the bullshit, bro? You hear the bullshit, don't you?
Transformer. Let me ask you this. Let me ask real talk. Did G not just finish saying what father wouldn't do that? Yes or no? Did he ask that question?
Words was,
no. You said
me
what
as a father
wouldn't do that.
Me as a father. I remember what I said.
Transformer. Did he ask? Did he just ask at the end of his soliloquy what father wouldn't do that? That's yes or no. That's simple.
Yes.
Did he ask that question?
He said that.
So okay. So now let's extrapolate a little bit. If somebody says what father wouldn't do that, and another guy says I wouldn't do that, what is the first guy trying to say? It's pretty simple. Pretty simple. Like we all speak English here. This is not difficult. I'm a communication graduate. This is not difficult. If he says what father wouldn't do that, what he's saying is a father that wouldn't do that is less than. And I guarantee you, I'm not.
You know what?
G is bad with putting words
together.
Hold
on. He's only hearing half of what I said. He's only talking about half of what I said.
Hold
on, bro. You only heard half of what I said. You said what I just got on here and said was when Bronny went down with the heart condition, his father gave him an opportunity. What father wouldn't do that? That's what I said. That's exactly what I said.
And
I looked at a kid who wanted to play sports his whole life. This is a child sport, bro. Like this is a kid sport. And they playing a kid sport. The things that they do on a basketball court don't affect nobody life one way or another. The only one that's really taking the risk here is Bronny. He's the one with the heart condition, bro.
Right. So and I was getting there too. So you're only seeing one side of it because first, like, hold on. You're seeing one side because you're saying, well, he had the heart condition, but he gave his son the opportunity. What about the flip side? He had the heart condition, right? Bronny has the heart condition, but LeBron is so thirsty for the attention, right? That he puts his son in this position. God forbid something happens to Bronny on the court. Because LeBron's
dream, he was okay.
So we let's not get so infatuated with LeBron, right?
No,
let's talk about Bronny here, right? Because the dad, right?
Okay,
a dad, and what I say is any dad, but clearly I need to take you out of the equation. But for me, most fathers that I know would love to put their kid in a position where they can win successfully. Fuck the rules. It's basketball, bro. Like this isn't. He's not cutting nobody open doing heart surgery, bro. He's actually suffering from a heart condition. And so if he put his son in a position where he can live out his dream, even for one day, I think he deserves a pat on the back, bro. All bullshit
But
aside,
again,
man.
you keep saying that's Bronny's dream. We don't know that. Bronny never said that's his
he just
dream.
said it in the first
You
clip.
have to love it, bro. If you're
Yo,
willing to
he said it in
almost
the
down
first
a
clip.
court and then come and join the big man's league, you gotta love it. There's love in there, bro. I mean, read between the lines. You don't have to say it, even though he said it in the interview that we just posted. You gotta love a game that I almost fucking died, but yet I'm still having that opportunity, and I'm smiling every freaking step of the way that I'm in this league, bro. That's love. You don't have to say something when I can see it. I can see it. You're still working to get at it. You still showed up to the draft. You still showed up to the tryouts. You showed up to the combine. You showed up in the summer league and played out your hardest. Even after a couple bad games, you was willing to go back and work on your skill, work on your craft, and come back in the game. That's, to me, that's love. You don't have to say the words. I can see it. Sometimes seeing is believing. I can say I love something all day, but if you don't see the actions, then love is just a word. Yeah, I don't have to hear you say it. I can see you love it.
There's no guarantee. There's no real guaranteed contracts in the NBA.
All right, so I'm not saying that it's definitive, that we know for sure or we don't. But what I will say is, do we really think there's no pressure on Bronny to do this? And I'm not saying his pops is pressuring him to do it. I'm not saying he's not, but we really don't think, because y'all keep saying you know for sure how much he loves it. Okay, cool. You don't think there's any pressure on Bronny to do this? Number one, the man's name is LeBron James Jr. Right? There's that. Two, he's been hearing for the last 6 years how LeBron's dream is to play with his son in the NBA. You don't think subliminally that stuff gets in you and there's some pressure there? There's some conditioning. The media talks about it. And then with all of that, he gets the clutch, this, that, and the third. I'm just saying, I think it would be a logical assessment that there would be some pressure there. That's all I'm saying. So we can't definitively say, just like we can't definitively say that he doesn't love it, we can't definitively say that he does. But one thing we know for sure, it wasn't his dream to play with his dad. We know that. Okay, now let's check this out. Young Disciple, man, I see you in the comments, bro. I saw you a while back say, it's personal with Bruce on my life. You'd be dead, bro. Because I don't give two. I really don't. I don't care this much about LeBron. I really don't. Honestly,
slide.
I wish he was done, so I wouldn't have to talk about him anymore. But I just want to let you know, you swear it's personal, bro. If it's on your life, you'd be dead, fam. That's all I'm saying. All right, let's do this. Let's go ahead and.
I think if he was a Celtics, right? I think if he was a Celtics,
why you keep bringing up the Celtics? This has nothing to do with this.
I think it would be a different. I think you'll stand on a different.
You want to know something real talk? Like all these times, that he could have, gone other places and whatnot. My big brother always gets on me. He's like, yo, so if LeBron wanted to come to the Celtics,
okay, gotcha.
You wouldn't want him on your team, and I have said, without fail, every single time, I don't want that dude nowhere near my team. I want him nowhere near my team. So I don't know where you keep getting this Celtics thing from. That's got nothing to do with it. See, I'm not. Everything for me don't revolve around my teams. Like, I'm objective. Like, I love my teams, yes, but I'm objective when it comes to sports, as you can see. Like, it's not life or death. Pick every game for them. Everything got to be. Nah, I'm objective when it comes to them. That's how I get down. So I don't know where you get this whole.
If I see a black man doing right by his kid, man, I'm gonna tip my hat to him every time, bro. That's how I am, bro.
Transformer.
And I'm saying that's how I am, bro.
Okay, cool. Transformer. Did you just hear that statement? What did you just say? I want to make sure I heard that properly.
I repeat it.
Repeat it for me.
I said, anytime I see a black man doing right by his son in a situation like this, I'm gonna tip my hat to him.
Okay.
Every time, bro.
So that says to me, let me make sure I understand this correctly.
No, it says what I just said, bro. Like I'm not.
No. That says to me, because I want to make sure I'm not just internalizing this. That says to me that G believes the way LeBron handles this is the proper way, right? The right way, and that's how a black man should handle it, based on what he said.
It's a positive way for him. There's multiple ways to skin a cat, bro.
No. I'm asking you. I'm trying to understand it.
G is not saying it's one way. G said, I like that. I like that as a father. He can like multiple things as a father.
I'm trying to understand it, because what I'm saying,
we all can't always be right, bro.
It's not about being right, but what I'm hearing is, if you don't do it this way, And nah, I'm not with that. That's what
But
I'm
that's
saying.
putting words in his mouth, though, G.
That's what
Like
you.
No,
you're
that's
the,
not
you're the
exactly
communication
what I
major,
said.
like,
That's what
not us. You're the communication major. So understand
Mhm.
the difference in how you understand how he's trying to put it in words. G's just putting it in words. That's one way I like him being a father. He's not saying like that's the not at one point in time did G say that's the only way you can be a father. He's not saying that. You're interpreting that if it's not this way, then G automatically doesn't like any other way of
Well,
being a father.
he's
Not
using
saying that,
general
bro.
and definitive statements, so that's the way it would be interpreted.
What are you doing?
He's using. I'm not using. I'm saying
You
I
stretching
made
my
it clear
truth,
from the
bro. Like you
beginning. Me.
stretching my truth.
No,
You
there is
stretching
no my truth. There is the truth. 1 + 1 is 2. It will never
what
be
is your
5. It
truth?
will never be
Because
7.
clearly, man, you don't have the same truth.
Period.
Unless you
No,
add
there
5.
is no my truth. There is no your truth. There is the truth. Period.
Okay.
1
What is
+
the
1 will
truth?
never be 3, no matter
is
what
the
anyone
truth?
says.
Because you glitching out. What is
That's what
the
I'm
truth?
saying.
What is
No,
the
no,
truth, bro? You
no,
glitching out, bro.
I honestly don't know what the truth is in this situation. I'm
Oh,
not
you
saying
don't?
I'm not saying there is one. What I'm saying is, and I'll be clear on this again. I don't see it that way. I don't believe in handing my son anything, and that doesn't make me less of a man, a black father, or a father, period. That's what I'm saying. So for anyone to say what father wouldn't do that is a general, broad, and definitive statement. You're not saying it in Chinese. You're not saying it in Spanish. I don't have to
One thing
interpret
that I
it.
did
I
not
listen to your words.
one thing I didn't hear you say or even talk about was the fact that he had a heart condition. And maybe that's why he's doing
And I
the
was
things
getting
that
there.
he's doing for his son. Hold on.
Okay.
Maybe that's why he decided to pull in because be for real, like you want your son to get it out the mud, point blank, period. What if he can't get it out the mud and media day might be the last time we see this kid? Right? Like,
if he
why
can't
not
get it
let
out the
him?
mud, he doesn't deserve to have it. What are you
can't
talking
say
about?
that, man.
If you
You
can't
can't
get
say
it out
that,
the mud,
bro.
you don't deserve it. You got to earn it in life.
There's a lot of people, bro. There's a lot of people in this world, right?
That
Who
don't
have
something.
to earn it. Yeah, they don't have to earn it. We work with them every day,
That
bro.
doesn't make it right. That doesn't make it right.
It doesn't make it wrong either. Clearly, it doesn't make it wrong.
All right, cool.
Not in America.
You got it.
Not in America, it doesn't make it wrong because if it was, there'd be laws and rules put in place so that wouldn't happen. There would be things that LeBron wouldn't be able to do, or you know what I mean, the owner of multiple teams wouldn't be able to do. You wouldn't be able to just pass the whole team down to as an owner to another relative in your family because you don't
So
want to
there's
sell
no
it.
such thing as a family business, huh? LeBron don't own the Lakers. That's not
yet.
his business.
He don't not yet, but he definitely own a lot of the stores in the stadium, and he will be an owner. If he wasn't going to be, he earned it. He earned the right to have say on who they hire and who they don't fire. 40,000
How? He's not the GM. He's not the GM.
You call him the GM all the time.
He's the GM, bro. He's legit.
All right, Bruce.
He's not
You can't.
I don't want. Listen, it could easily like my point that I'm making could easily be misconstrued as a LeBron night or something like that or whatever names y'all.
That's not what I'm not calling you that. I'm not
just
saying
saying
that.
it. Like my only thing, the only reason why I'm talking about this is because I resonated with it as a father. That's the only reason why I'm having this conversation. Like normally you never hear me talk about, oh yeah, give LeBron a pat on the back for doing the things that he did. I thought this was one of those heartfelt moments. Even if it was staged on media day, it happened. We saw the friendly banner go back and forth, and I'm gonna leave it as that because that's what it was, a father and son moment. Now, as fathers, right, you do whatever you feel is real with your kid. I'm gonna do whatever I feel is real with my kid. But I definitely resonate with the fact that his son had a heart condition and couldn't finish his college game. And he pulled strings to do it. Why? Because 40,000 points with a trophy outside of the stadium, you should be able to say what you want and not always have to listen to what the white man say you got to do. Right? Like
that has. Oh my gosh! All right, I'm gonna keep this particular thing brief. That's got nothing to do with it. But the reason why I don't believe in giving players personnel say, and I've talked about this before, I'm sure you've heard me say it, is because when it doesn't work out, you don't get to fire the players. If you have a GM and the GM makes bad moves, you fire the GM and get another one. When players want personnel say, they don't get held accountable when it doesn't work. That's my problem. So I don't believe in giving players personnel say. It doesn't matter the sport. I don't believe in it. I just don't.
What about
so
owners?
that's that.
What about owners?
What do you mean owners? Owners are cutting the check. They can do what the hell they want to do.
Okay, all right. So why is it that?
So shut up and play basketball.
22 years
check.
in the league, 22 years of bringing money in for a franchise and multiple franchises. He brought money in. Why can't he have say on who?
I just finished saying it. Are you listening? I just finished saying that because when it doesn't go right,
the question is,
he doesn't have
listening?
to bear the accountability. That's why. Because when it doesn't go right, all they do is they trade that player, they fire that coach, they fire that GM. 22 years we've been watching that happen with LeBron. Don't act like we don't know that. We know
Bronny
that.
a first round was Bronny a number 1 pick? No, he wasn't.
55th.
I'm talking about in general right now. I'm not
You're
even
glitching
talking
out.
about Bronny.
You're glitching out over a Bronny pick, bro. Like
I'm not glitching out anything, but you sitting here.
Glitching out over a Bronny pick, bro.
Cool.
That's crazy work.
All right, cool. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and let's open up these phone lines, man, because I know Young Disciple was trying to get in. Young Disciple, call back, man. I just wanted to
last thing I got to say. All right,
hold on one second, Young Disciple. Go ahead, G.
The only thing I gotta say is Bronny could have said no. Right? He could have said no. He didn't.
And that's what I'm saying.
No,
that
he could have said no. He didn't want to play. He said
definitive?
yes. I want to play. He goes
There's a
just
lot
like
of pressure there.
said. He showed up, suited up.
All right, cool. You see how you see it. You see how you see it. Let me take this call, man. Let me get Young Disciple in here. Format Podcast, Young Disciple. What's good?
Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up, man? Hey, before anything, man, I want to tell Big G, man, I salute it. Hey, that was one of the throatest takes I ever heard, bro. Real talk.
That is.
Real talk, bro. Hey, Bruce, bro. Bruce, why this so personal for you, bro?
I just finished telling you it's not personal for me, man.
Bro, you gotta look at yourself, bro.
You can feel how you want to feel about it. I know you love LeBron, and that's cool.
Bro, this ain't got nothing to do with loving LeBron, bro. Hey, MJ is my GOAT, bro. I keep telling you that. But you just gloat over that all the time, though. But LeBron close second, bro. But that's just what it is. But at the end of the day, I'm just trying to figure out like why it means so much to you, bro.
You know what? All right, listen, man.
Holler at me.
No. What I'm saying is, I think that you see it how you see it, and you see me how you see me in terms of this particular topic. And I'm not sure there's anything that I can do that will help you to understand my my viewpoint on this. So I mean, just keeping it simple.
But bro, that's you doing the same thing you do like a lot with LeBron. Like you do a lot of assuming, bro. Like square business, like you do a lot. You do a lot of assuming, bro. Okay. And the same thing you just said, how a person can see you. That's the same thing. That's the same thing you do to LeBron.
Okay.
That's the exact same thing, bro.
Okay.
Because you think you know LeBron, because you think you can gauge it. Like sometimes it come off where you it kind of come off like you think you know LeBron better than he know himself, bro. This man telling you some real like some square business. Real stuff. The kid almost died, bro. The man saying he plays a child game. What he's saying is what type of father would I be if I could influence a situation where my son just died, bro?
That's not what he said.
That's exactly what I said.
That's exactly what I said. All right, man. Young Disciple. Oh, damn, that cut him off too. It did it.
Ooh, that's cool.
It cut them both off. Hold on, he's trying to come back in. I think he still has Young Disciple on the phone.
He put his situation.
There you go.
Like, come on, bro. And I agree wholeheartedly with him. Like, I'm just saying, bro. With me, if it's any time where I'm not gonna worry about if making my son earn something or not, it's gonna be a time, nigga, when my son just almost died, bro. Like, you get what I'm saying? What I'm saying is that that's your opinion. If you would be strenuous, with your son, he has to earn it. Like that's the only way you'll make that happen for your son that just almost passed away. Then I'ma just say we just different cats. But I wholeheartedly agree with what Gino said, bro. This ain't got nothing to do with LeBron. And I'll say the same thing if this was Kobe. I'll say the same thing if this was anybody else, bro. And they son just almost passed. And this is another question I want to ask you, bro. determines if Bronny earns it or not?
So I'll say this: when I say earn it, I basically look at it along the lines of everybody else who's been drafted. Like, one thing we've never seen a situation like this. And the mere fact that because I'm not involved, the mere fact that people will say, well, he had the juice, so he could use it, that says Bronny didn't earn it. That right there, that statement says that Bronny didn't earn it.
No, that doesn't, bro.
Okay.
That doesn't say that, bro. Like just because bro, like that's what I'm saying. You conflating things, bro.
Okay.
Like just because. So you basically saying. So basically what you're saying is that LeBron is orchestrating all of this.
I mean, is that out of the realm of reality here? We've watched him orchestrate damn near his entire career. Why do we act like that's so inconceivable?
How did he orchestrate Game 6 in Boston? How did he orchestrate?
Oh no,
Game 6?
He got busy. He got busy, and I've often said that was.
Oh, we lost him again. But this conversation getting so hot, boy, it's blowing Bruce off the network, boy.
Bruce got that dial up, bro.
Bruce got that AOL. He got that 2.0 disc. He got that 2.0 disc on AOL, man. He got to keep loading that thing up. But somebody keep calling in on the phone. They keep cutting out his Wi-Fi. Oh, man. Oh, man, this is a good conversation. Let's go in. I'm going to address some of the chat while we're here. Apparently you guys are going in the chat, going back and forth between whether he competed or did we watch USC in Summer League. We didn't watch we watched USC in Summer League. LeBron watched this man all his life. You know what I mean? He gave his son an opportunity. It's not like he's starting, bro. I mean, what are we talking about? The kid's not starting. He got drafted in the 55th round, 55th pick. It's on media day, right? We're talking about media day, and we're making this into a whole-blown proportion to where it does sound like it's getting a little personal between you guys up in the chat and what you guys are assuming that Bruce is angry or upset about. But at the end of the day, bro, it's just conversation, bro. We can assume what we want, but what we see is that this man collapsed on a basketball court and that he's still willing to, put his body on the line and can play in this game. And let's not forget, LeBron James spends millions of dollars on his body. I'm pretty positive he spent millions of dollars to make sure that his son was okay to play the game that he that both of them love. Because like I said, I see through the work ethic of him wanting to be there. You have to love something to want to put your body in that situation to want to be there, bro. What do you think, G?
Yeah, I agree. Like you said, it's media day. We're just talking about, what I saw, right? And what I saw was, father and son talking, having that friendly banter. He kind of said, hey, listen, we not really that close in the household, right? Like he's still doing his thing in the household. Yeah. But, when it comes to practice, they come in hoop, man. Like I thought it was a great father-son moment, man. Like considering the lifestyle that they live. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like outside of being it didn't, let's say for instance, it wasn't LeBron and it was somebody else, right? Same scenario. If it wasn't LeBron, it was somebody else, and he did the same thing.
Wouldn't even be a conversation.
I would still feel the same about it, bro. Like, I understand, LeBron name carry a lot, is bad taste in a lot of people's mouth, just based off of all the, BS he did, and you know what I mean, or people believe that he did. We don't know for certain, right? We just talk about what we see. And we do know that what his ex colleagues say about him, right? We understand that. I'm just talking about this 3 minute of a clip that I saw. That's it, right?
Yeah,
that's it. Yeah,
we can only talk about what we know, right?
Yeah, man. Like what I saw, that's it, man. Like,
I love it.
Man. Yeah. I thought it was good, man. I thought it was good for the sport. Win, lose, or draw. I thought it was a good father-son moment, and that's my views, man. I'm not taking it back to nobody. I care less who actually did the do, right? And it wouldn't matter if this a Hallmark story, man. This is like I was tearing up, bro. I was watching this like, damn, bro. Man, come on, dog. Like real talk, man. Like,
as a father, man, I love it, man. As a father, man, that's something you want. I want to see. Let me not say you all men would want, but some men like me All right, I'm gonna say that because that kind of puts me in a different realm.
Yeah,
right?
you gotta say
Some men
yeah,
like me, right, who would enjoy that opportunity to give your son that chance to play in this game, right? I don't think that that's far-fetched at all. Like I said, I made the same point that you made previously about we see it in sports all the time. Whether like it's almost like a father's duty. Like, hey, my son wants to play. He wants to coach in this game. Well, guess what? He's going to make it to. He's going to have a coaching opportunity. My son wants to own his team. He's going to have a chance, the opportunity to own his team. The man gives his son an opportunity, bro. I'm not finna scoff at that at all. It's the 55th. It's the 55th pick. Nobody in their right mind can tell me who could have been picked at that spot. You know what I mean? We go through from 1 through 15 in the NBA is a lottery. It's a lottery pick. You're hoping that you get a star, right? Anything from 15 to 30 in that first
hold on,
round.
What's good, fellas? I'm still on with Young Disciple. My bad. I didn't mean to cut you off. My signal was dropping in and out. I apologize.
Yeah, well, dial up, bro. We get it. We got you.
I've been trying to hang in there. Young Disciple, are you still with me, man?
Yeah. I'm here, bro. I ain't going nowhere. I gotta hear this, bro.
No. Hey, listen. I really appreciate you calling, but no. What I was saying was, so the question Young Disciple asked me. I'm sorry, you guys missed a lot of good back and forth between us there. The question that he asked me was, if I was a coach and the GM brought LeBron to my team, would I have LeBron on or off ball? And I'm like, well, of course I would have him on ball, because we've watched for the last 22 years that is the way he has to play to be the most effective. Like,
and that's slick talk, bro. Like you real slick. Like, no, bro, you would have him on ball, bro, because that is the him being on ball gives you the more opportunity to be successful, bro. Like, that's what I'm like. Like, who else? What I'm saying is, and I ain't talking about current. I'm talking about older players. Like, who has been a better on ball player than LeBron?
Who has been a better on ball player than LeBron?
Yes, like give me some. Like, and remember, you can't just give me you can't just give me assists. You got to give me, because not only does he run your offense, bro. That's what people don't understand, bro. This man has point guard duties, man. Right? Right? He has point guard duties, right?
Again, yes, he does.
Bro. In addition to scoring guard responsibilities. Like y'all have to be serious with what y'all saying right now. Now, give me another player. I'm talking about another player that has been successful, like having to do that. Y'all trying to
Bird.
What you mean? Bird was good with assists, bro. But Bird wasn't the playmaker that LeBron is.
So let's do this. Let's do this, right? This is the last thing I'm gonna say, and then I gotta let you go. But here's the deal. People, you want to say just by the raw assist numbers, Bird wasn't the playmaker LeBron was, but that's absolutely not true, right? What does LeBron average? About 7.5 assists on his career, since you guys like stats, right? About
Bruce,
7.5.
I ain't talking about numbers.
Okay.
Bruce,
All right, cool. So, cool.
You haven't heard me bring one number out, bro.
All right, fair enough. You know what? You're absolutely right. No, you're right.
I'm talking about game. I'm talking about game, bro.
And you're right. So I take that back. I apologize for putting that on you when you didn't. That's not what you did in this conversation. So you're absolutely right. Now, when we're saying Bird is not the playmaker that LeBron was, that's absolutely untrue. Bird was an incredible passer, an incredible playmaker. Anyone who played with him and against him will testify to that. And if you just go back and watch him play, you will see that as well.
But bro, I agree with that. I'm saying I agree with that. He was an amazing passer. He was an amazing player. He was all that, but he didn't run the offense, bro.
Well, the reason he didn't run the offense because he had a Hall of Fame point guard there, but he was still the point forward in that on that team. So like when he needed to, he could. We saw him do it at times.
And the difference between that and LeBron is LeBron, like every team LeBron has been on, he needs to for that team to be successful, bro.
He needs to because he can't play any other way. This is where we keep he has to play that way.
Bruce, no, he did. No, he didn't, bro. Did I just school you on that the other week, bro? When you said he had to have, like, he's the only win with a stretch four. You remember you said that by Chris Bosh? And no, I proved to you, no, bro. No, he does not. He didn't have a stretch four, nigga, when he won in Cleveland. It was Tristan Thompson down low. even though AD can stretch the floor, that's not how he won, bro. He won with AD playing the 4 and Dwight Howard playing the 5.
So
that's not a stretch on the floor, bro.
So, but if you but if you look at it right, offensively, right, and I'm not saying you're 100% wrong, but on the offensive side, everybody has to get out of the paint and get out of the way when you play with LeBron. That's why Big's roles always change. Ask Kevin Love, ask Chris Bosh. When Mozgov was there, even when he was there, if you go back to 2015 finals, I believe it was, Mozgov had a game. I can't remember if it was maybe 2 or 3. Mozgov got busy. The next game, they benched Mozgov because LeBron can't play with someone in the paint. That's not my opinion. This is what we've seen for 2 decades.
But Bruce, you know it's not. No, it's not, bro. You that's being debunked, bro.
Okay.
It's being no. I'm saying. Listen what I'm saying. It's being debunked with like who in the hell? Like I'm saying. What spacing is Tristan Thompson gonna give on the court? Who in the hell gonna chase him to the 3-point line, bro?
No, he's
who in the hell gonna chase Dwight Howard out to the free throw line, bro? I mean to the 3-point line, bro.
But it's not about that. It's just about getting out of the way so that LeBron can't have that painted area. It's about that. But listen, hold on. Listen. I really appreciate the call, man, but I gotta let you go. But listen, I'm serious. Thank you so much for being here and for being a part of the chat and for calling and having so much passion. Like I'm serious.
You got the chat on fire right now, young disciple. I love it.
Yeah, man.
I appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it, man.
All right, brother. Have a good night, man. Thank you so much.
All right, bet.
All right.
You fix that AOL dial up, bro?
But I don't know what was going on, man. I'm hardwired. I got a 2 gig connection in this house. I don't know what was going on, man.
That's Ben, yo. That's Ben.
Oh man, he better be sleeping, man. I don't know what he's doing.
He's too loud down there. Click. Hit that reset button quick.
Man, I'm so mad that we missed that this video is gonna get messed up. We missed a lot of good stuff. All right, y'all wanna. This could go on all night. Y'all want to just move to the Devontae Adams topic?
Move on to the Devontae Adams.
Let's do that.
Wait, you got another call?
Do we have another call?
Don't think we need it unless we want to drag this on for another hour.
Appreciate
and Nino, don't call in Nino. Nino, you're not allowed.
Listen, Nino always shows love, man. I really appreciate the love and the support, Nino. Thank you so much, man. And listen, to everybody listening, I really want to apologize that my connection dropped out there because
Drop the ball.
A young disciple and I, man, we really had a good call there. I love the passion, and this show brings that out, right? We have fun, we get passionate. We wild out a little bit, so thank you for all that, man. I appreciate it.
And thank Nino for helping, for giving us that $4.99 because that's definitely finna go towards Bruce's Wi-Fi connection.
right.
He desperately needs it, as we can see.
Going on. Okay, actually, we got a call before we move on to the next topic. Let's get Dominique in real quick. Dominique, what's good? Format Podcast. Thank you for calling.
What's going on, Bruce? I just wanted to call you guys real quick because this conversation you guys are having, it's a good one, right?
Yeah.
And I think that even young disciple, he asked you some really good questions. I don't agree with his point, but he asked you some really good questions like, why do you feel this way?
Mm-hmm.
What is the problem, right? And I don't think that you or myself have a problem with Bronny being in the NBA because we've seen other people do this before, right? Like, I don't think you're saying, oh my gosh, Bronny can't be in the NBA.
Right.
But to say, for me, the other points that I have an issue with, I think was Transformer and G saying that he earned it, that he earned the opportunity. That's the issue that I have. Saying that he earned it and then also saying that his father gave him an opportunity to work hard. How? Like the guys in the G League, they're fighting for their spot right now. And pretty much everybody in the G League is better than Bronny. Caitlin Clark is like better than Bronny at this point. But, you when you think about it, he got a 4-year guaranteed contract as a second round pick. There are first rounders that don't get that.
Yeah. So real quick, Dominique,
you know what I mean?
I believe Young Disciple put it in the chat, and I think he's right that whoever was Clutch's client from last year that was a second rounder also, I don't know who it was, but I remember Rich Paul said it, and I think I had read about it. It was a good point, Young Disciple, that Rich Paul demanded
Rich
that
Paul
whoever
is
that was,
negotiating these things.
that whoever
He's-
that was,
he's
he said he's not
negotiating
giving
them.
this guy a 2-way deal, so he wants a guaranteed
So
contract.
a two-way deal and a 4-year guaranteed contract is still crazy.
Yeah.
So how long did that guy get? Having a 1 or a 2-year guaranteed contract isn't even wrong. I don't even think I would be feeling anything about that.
Mhm,
But he has a 4-year guaranteed contract to make it to the NBA. Basically,
Right.
we're giving him. Basically, we're saying that this is his college,
hmm
and it doesn't sound like it's Bronny's dream when these kinds of moves happen.
Yeah, that's
It
been
sounds
my
like,
thought.
hey, you know what I mean? It
Mhm.
seems like, hey, this is what I want as a dad. I'm putting him in. I mean, and he said that. Bronny's one and done. He was
Mhm.
saying that before Bronny got to high school.
Right.
So that is a LeBron thing, and we do have to. All I'm saying is, if we just take what LeBron has said himself, we really don't see anything wrong with it. We really don't see anything wrong with a guy who was never the star of his high school basketball team.
Mhm.
And mind you, that star that was on his high school basketball team was cut from the league. He was
Mhm.
drafted and then cut,
Right.
and now he's fighting his way on. It's not even.
Is that
It's
Amani
not. I don't
Bates?
even think it's a two-way. Yes.
Yeah.
It's not.
yeah.
I don't even think it's a two-way contract. I believe it's actually one of those contracts where like you can try out. So
Okay.
it's not quite a two-way. I forget what they call it. I forgot the name of the contract, but it's something else. And like, how is that fair?
Yeah, I
It's
guess
just
fair
not.
is a place
For
they
us to
judge pigs,
say-
you know.
All I'm saying is for us to say he earned it, we know he didn't earn it.
Right.
Let's
right.
stop. Let's just be honest. LeBron gave him this, he gave it to him.
Mhm.
He gave him the opportunity, but he didn't earn it.
And that's
And
that's
the
been
truth
my
is,
thing. And we
and he's
also
not a
don't
pro.
we keep getting this narrative that this is Bronny's dream, and like we know this is
That we
LeBron's
don't
dream.
know.
Exactly. That's been my thing. But
That's the thing that we don't know, right?
Mhm.
Because he has come out and said, I just want to play basketball wherever I can.
mhm.
That's the only thing that I've heard Bronny say. I just want to play basketball. I'm grateful for the opportunity that, JJ Redick has given me. And then JJ comes out, you earned it.
Yeah,
Where
right.
did he earn it? And then we even heard that LeBron rigged the McDonald's game for
Right.
him.
Right.
That he went and said, hey, you got to let my son cook.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You're going
right.
to prioritize him. He's going to be on this team, and you're going to prioritize him. Period. And we heard another NBA player say that has no skin in the game to say
Exactly.
it. It wasn't even an NBA player. It was Plaxico Burress.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he said, because I remember I played that clip on another show. Tim Hardaway told him that. Yeah, Tim Hardaway told him that the McDonald's people said that LeBron got Bronny put on that team. He wasn't even going to be a McDonald's All-American. But I mean, it is what it is. I mean, we're at that point now. And
It is what it is.
Yeah,
but
we've been
I
beating
do want
this
to
topic
address
for a minute.
one more thing.
Yeah.
I just want to address one more thing. I don't think that G was trying to personally insult you with the whole how could a father not do this? I know how you take it, because it's just like, okay, you're just roping in all black dads into this scenario, and I want my kids to work for the things that they have.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that if you had a basketball team, Bruce, that basketball team would stay in your family.
Yeah, if
Right?
I owned
Like,
it, yeah,
maybe
because there are family-owned
Your
businesses.
son would be
yeah.
president of basketball operations,
Yeah, but
just like how they do it.
But I'd also
But
make
this
him
is
go to
not-
school to learn business and marketing and all that. And then once he does
But
that,
you can't really make him go to school, though, to be a world-renowned athlete. That's not something that you can pass down to him, though. And that's the problem with it. So it's not as a father you wouldn't do this for him. It's more of you can't pass down athletic accomplishments and success.
Mhm.
And we can't confuse those two things. It's not a business. So
there we go.
And that's really all the points that I wanted to make. But good conversation, great show, guys.
I appreciate you calling, D. Thanks so much.
Yeah, I hope you have a really good night.
No doubt. Appreciate you as always.
Alrighty.
All right, D. Later.
Bye bye.
All right, gentlemen. Do y'all have any response to that before we move on to the next topic?
Oh yeah, that was definitely a good call.
Yeah, I think so.
But we know that Bronny doesn't deserve it. I think where everybody's getting caught up on is just the whole LeBron, the spectacle of LeBron, and not so much so we was assessing the media day clips and not his full body of work. That was pretty much all I have to really say about it.
I got you.
Yeah, as a hooper, we know he's not ready. Everybody know that. However, the thought of him being able to,
G League is calling.
Man, the thought of him being able to just be there at the press conference, I think that's probably in his contract, right?
Yeah,
good
absolutely.
media training,
Absolutely.
really good media training, really good media training for.
Yes, yeah, you're right. Transformer, what you got
media
before
training?
we move
That's
on,
crazy. No, man, I agree with what G said, man. This is a little exhausting, just a little exhausting.
Yeah. This one got, but it's love, man. It's love. Nino with more love, man. Nino, you that dude, man. I appreciate
Please explain
you, man.
stat
Thank you for the
padding
love.
before y'all move on. We can't because that'll keep us here for an hour.
All right, I can. I'll give an example briefly, right? Stat padding is, for instance, LeBron has the most consecutive double-figure scoring games in history. Am I right on that? Transformer. I believe so.
AOL dial up, bro.
He does, right? He's got
He gonna need that
something close to 1,000 now, right?
Yep, here you go.
Damn, did it slow up on me again? No, that's crazy because y'all are smooth on this end. I don't know what's going on.
Oh man, pause. But yeah, you good now though.
Pause. Okay. So real quick, Nino, what stat padding is, like LeBron James has the most consecutive double-figure scoring games in NBA history. Stat padding would be the game is a blowout. Either the Lakers are blowing somebody out or the Lakers are getting blown out, but he stays in to make sure he gets those double figures to keep the streak going. Stat padding. Or, he will do something to get extra numbers because, yes, he will. He does things to get extra numbers. I'm going to leave it there. That's stat padding.